Okay.
There I am. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. So, yes.
This is as close to Switzerland as I can get.
It's a cowbell.
A little cowbell from Lucerne, Switzerland. My wife and I went to a couple of years ago. We loved Switzerland. I'm so jealous of you being there right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's awesome. The venue is just out of this world. We talked about this last night. We are 2,000 meters at the center staging point of one of the Swiss Alps. There are only two ways to get to this place. Well, three ways. The cable car, which we brought all the streaming equipment up on this morning. That was sort of slightly scary when you think how far down a cable car can drop equipment. There is a track road that you need a special permit and a four-wheel drive to get up, and the other way is to walk. So.
No, not walking. Not 2,000 meters.
Anyway, look, welcome, Jeff. Thank you for coming on the stream. This is really exciting for us. We've not done this with you before. So.
Well, thank you, Dina. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Happy belated birthday, Jim. I got lost in translation. 36 is the number I
36.
I translated to German.
We're
going to go with that.
We're going to go with 36 because Germany does the numbers back to front. So
sure.
So next year I'm going to be 46. Yep.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll take both those numbers. They're good.
Absolutely, yeah.
I went on the website and I am so impressed with what I've seen there. And first of all, in the light of COVID-19, how they've distanced them apart, how they've, the capacity's 30 people in there at one time. And first of all, the game selection, my goodness, that's one of the finest collections you'll see anywhere.
Absolutely, yeah. So we can just, you can't see that because of your window, but that's...
I can see Willi Wonka.
Okay, let me take you to the hall view. We won't be able to see you now, but you will be able to see the machines in the hall. So
not missing much there. Look at that.
Yeah, impressive, isn't it? Yeah. So
those were all taken up there by cable car.
No, that was a bit of an exaggeration. There is a dust track road, so they were brought up in a transporter. But if they were your pinball machines, you probably wouldn't have been that keen on them travelling that way. Anyway,
and they're from Massimo, right?
They're from Massimo. These are all Massimo's machines, provided by Stefan Riedler, who's on the machine just testing out Rick and Morty as we speak. So
I've been watching a little Rick and Morty. I mean, this is what's amazing about what you're going to be seeing right there at this Pinball Alps event is you're going to be seeing games like Rick and Morty. Not a lot of people have seen that game because there are only so many out. There have only been so many that are produced. And with COVID-19, things have obviously been, backlogged a little bit.
Yep.
You've got other newer games there, Stranger Things, Willy Wonka. It's a great list of games that you have there. And obviously, we can see that Stefan and Massimo, big spooky pinball fans. You see a lot of tournaments, and I know Papa 21 next year when it comes back to just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A few years ago, their modern bank included some classic games, including EMs. I mean, when Escher won back in 17, he won it on Jungle Queen, and he was playing skateball. So, solid states, EMs. But that was the modern bank. And what we're seeing at this tournament here is a true modern bank. And a lot of the really strong competitors, I know Kaylee George is a massive fan. If it's a modern tournament, make sure it's moderns. If it's classics, you can do whatever you want. So this kind of is a throwback to those modern games where you've really got some of the latest and greatest games.
Absolutely, yeah. And
it's just another format, another tournament. It's I like it.
Yeah. And of course it actually levels people as well. So the seasoned tournament players know how to play the Walking Dead. They know how to play the Metallica. They probably don't know how to play Willy Wonka very well. And so you're then working on pinball skills as opposed to machine knowledge, which,
Yeah, whenever I walk up to a machine I've never played before, or certainly not very familiar, I will go to website suggestions, like it might be pintips.net from
Yep.
Andreas Peterson, what he's created. That always helps.
Yep.
There are some rule sheets that you might see on tiltforums.com. Certainly, there are some videos. I don't find the launch videos are very, very good for, a competitive edge, but sometimes there are some tutorials that come out. Carl D'Angelo, I know you and I are both big
Yeah. Yeah.
fans of what he
Yeah.
does with
Yep.
IE Pinball.
Yep.
There's a great way to learn pinball
Yeah. Yeah.
machines and games and wizard modes we'll never get to. But
Yeah.
but when I get up to a brand new game, for me, it's okay. How do I lock balls? I want to get a multi-ball and then
Yep.
find out where the jackpot is. Just I want to know three things. What are the three most important shots, and then kind of think, okay, if it's a two flipper game, what are my shots on the left flipper? What are my shots on the right flipper? Of course, then you've got to play this new game. You've got to find out where the tilt is.
Yep.
And especially if you're going to be playing Rick and Morty, that is a game you do not want to tilt.
Because the bonus
We'll
is
talk
is
later about
tremendous. Yeah.
the mega seeds and how that rewards you for what you've done in that ball. Tilting will definitely destroy your score.
Yeah.
So find out how to get a multi-ball. Extra balls are going to be turned off anyway in these types of tournaments. But that's kind of the key. Where am I shooting with this flipper? Where am I shooting with that flipper? And if it's like a Steve Ritchie type game, especially I know Black Knight sort of Rage is there. You want to find those backhandable shots.
Yep.
Because they are the less risky shots.
Yep.
Going across the playfield, that can always be trouble. Shooting anything in the middle, that's trouble. You'll see it on Stranger Things. People will try to drop that visor, hit the middle, and see you later.
That's
Yep.
absolutely, yeah. The Stranger Things here, it's one of the stir machines. On the left wall of the machines we're going to see today, Willi Wonka dialed in Total Nuclear and Rick and Morty. On the other side is Jurassic Park, Beatles, Sword of Rage, and Stranger Things. And obviously quite a big contrast between the two sides of the hall there. That's quite impressive. What I'd like to do now is let me just bring in.
Oh, there he is.
Let me just bring in Stefan, and say Stefan is one of the hardest working men you'll ever meet in the pinball scene. He never stops.
I have to tell you, Stefan, you want to talk about hardworking man. You and Massimo got together last month, said, you know what, let's put this together. There's no IFPA. It doesn't matter. We'll have a little tournament. Let's do it 2,000 meters in the sky, beautiful Switzerland. And you put this together. I am so impressed with what you've done.
Thank you very much. Everything have been created. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago in a long night in Massimo's house when we had a dinner and a bit party. First, it started with the idea to make a small event in his house with some champions, local champions from Europe. But then at the end, he came up with the idea, let's do it directly in the Alps and let's go up to the restaurant.
I think that was due to too much drinking, I think.
Maybe.
Well, some of the greatest ideas have come from that, Jim. Don't be knocking that. Stefan, I'm all for that.
Thank you.
So I was asking Jim, I know how he had to get his gear up there. Were these games there before? I can't imagine they were.
No. The games have been 400 meters more below, and you can go with the car only till, let's say, Kari, which is in 1650. With the people which are living here, some people have the houses a bit higher, you can go by car, but then the road is closed. And due to the Massimo's connection, and he knows all the people, he organized that they opened the road, but from my point of view, it's no road, it's only a gravel way. we have done, when we drove up here with a Citroen Jumper, a very big van with 5 pinball machines in it, we've done also a 21-minute video going up in everything in the first gear.
For sure.
I'm going to post a little bit of that video on the YouTube upload I do of this stream, because it's like amazing.
Yeah, it's like mules bringing it up or something. But the amazing thing, too, I mean, we're in the summer there. It's beautiful July. When I was in Switzerland 2 years ago, it was October going into November. Lots and lots of snow, especially up in the Alps. And my goodness, we had such a great time. Went to, there's Montreux, there's Zurich, there's Bern. I remember Lucerne I was in love with. Interlaken, I think, was my favorite place. That was a very. I think that's where I got this bell. But because I mean, in this beautiful kind of almost like resort town, you've got this huge field, and there's all these cows around, and people are paragliding up from the mountains and stuff. It was just so breathtaking, and both my wife and I said we are going back to Switzerland, guaranteed. We're gonna probably, and Jim, you'll like this. We're probably gonna do a Germany/Switzerland trip.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So-
you
Gotta get to Austria too, don't we?
Yeah, it's very close nearby, for sure.
It's just gone 8 o'clock, so I think what I need to do is get Daniele in.
Okay.
We're going to
Great.
get him playing the first game, which is say he's going to be Willi
pick him
Wonka.
up.
If you can find him, that'd be great. So I'm going to switch us over to the pinball view. Do you want to switch the machine on, Dee? Everybody can see you on this as well, of course, Jeff. So
Okay. Willy Wonka.
Willi Wonka, yeah. Machine, you know well.
I've played it in competition a couple of times. I enjoy the game. It's still a tough game for me to learn, Jerry. Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, combos are very, very important. There's a lot of ways to get multi-ball. Lawler likes to make sure your modes are worth something. You want to do your make sure you complete your modes. I mean, you especially see that in Dialed In as well.
Yep.
But it's an interesting game for sure.
Yep. It's the machine I don't know that well. Do you want to come back in on this, Steve? So we'll be watching this with interest. Obviously, Daniele will have his own style of play anyway. And I've asked him to try not to make the games last an hour each.
Was he going to play one-handed?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we just stop him after a length of
I'm
time.
going to give you one of my favorite Daniele stories, and I saw it firsthand. It was at the IFPA Championships, IFPA 15. It was a pre-tournament. It was in Toronto, Ontario, at a place called Cabin Fever.
Yep.
And he was playing, funny enough, Johannes Ostermeyer, who obviously they had that great battle that we saw in JDL Pinball last year
Okay.
at IFPA 16. So Daniele is, I think he was the bus driver, in fact. So they're playing in the finals, and he's playing against Johannes, and I'm sorry, I forgot who else he was playing with. Could have been Peter Anderson, actually. And he picked TNA, which is also there at Pinball Alps. And I thought, wow, that's a kind of a newer game. And I said to Daniele, have you ever played this game before today? He said no, and he picked it in the finals.
Wow.
And I said, why'd you pick it? And he just liked the flow of it, the speed of it. So I don't know how much he's got on Willy Wonka.
Yep.
I don't think it matters because his skills are so good that he might be able to find, he's going to see the ramp up the middle.
Okay,
He's
so
going to see
let's just
the upper
introduce
flipper.
him. This is Daniele Acciari from Italy, who is a 4 times world champion. Okay, sorry,
Everybody knows
Jeff.
that.
That's- okay, right.
No, that's okay. It's always a thrill to watch Daniele play. A guy who came second last year at the Worlds and also at Pinburg. Just crazy ball control. His nudging skills are brilliant.
Oops.
One of my favorite things he does when he nudges, a lot of people will nudge side to side or push up on the game.
Yeah.
If you watch Daniele play, he kind of pushes down on the game. So where your hands are, his nudges are kind of almost
Yeah.
into the ground.
Yeah.
And what that does is it's still the same as nudging. It's just a little harder to do, but it doesn't move the tilt bob as much.
Yeah.
That's a great skill, one of many.
So yes, the skill on Willy Wonka is to short plunge, so that it goes.
Oops.
Yeah, I think we don't have a very good internet connection here because the ball keeps freezing. So yeah, it just goes past the flipper like that, and to flip it into the ramp.
Yeah.
That's the way to the better control in it.
This is. I think we're actually. No, we're not overloading the computer, so it could well be the internet. We're dropping a couple of frames, so that's. Have to bear with us in terms of losing the playfield. every
On
now
my end, on my end here in North America, it's not that bad. It's just a little glitchy, but it's still
Yeah, it's
still,
glitchy.
Okay.
Well, obviously,
it's easy to follow.
Yeah. Well, we have a mobile internet connection, which is a SIM card router, and that's the only way to get internet when you're so high up in the mountains. Right. Does anybody know what's going on with that looping from the top left flipper around the sort of semi-loop at the top?
Well, that one.
No. From the left-hand side flipper, top flipper.
Oh, the lit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of loop. So. Right, Daniele is in the Gobstopper multi-ball, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and like I was saying, if you've never played this game before, you know, one of the things you want to do is find the easy multi-ball. There's the kid multi-ball, a little more difficult to do, but definitely the Gobstopper's the one.
Yeah. Which one is the kid multi-ball, Jeff?
There's lots. There are 5 of them out there, so he
Yeah.
already played a gut. But you can see the kid lettering on the right-hand side.
All right. Oh, that's the right ramp. So the right.
There's the right stand-ups.
Ah, okay. So
But one thing that, again, in this game, see how the inserts will be lit with I think it's the candy cane.
Yeah.
You actually want to run over the candy canes as opposed to run over the unlit ones. It's a little different.
Okay.
And then if you can start comboing that right ramp, center ramp, that certainly will help too.
So now he needs that shot. Yeah. Yeah, this one. I mean.
What from that flipper
Yeah, from that flipper.
round here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a bit of a pilot error, I would say.
One thing about Daniele is, if he has a rough ball, if he has a rough game, don't count him out. I just saw that. He's just getting warmed up.
Yes.
How's the weather there? Is it it's summer, but you're 2,000 meters up
Yeah,
high.
it's bloody freezing.
It's not.
It's freezing.
Well, to me, everything is freezing. That's not 30. So I spent the lunchtime being wrapped in 3 blankets. And,
Wow.
Everybody else is in shorts and t-shirts.
yes, everybody
Jack.
else is in shorts and t-shirts. Jeff. Yeah, that's
Dana's from Siberia, which means she's wild and
Wild and
frozen.
frozen, yeah. Right. I think. So,
Gobstopper, there it goes.
stop.
Nice control.
So what do we do in Gobstopper? What's the best strategy of playing the multi-ball?
Oh, you had to ask. Like I know that top ramp is very, very important. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm freezing here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you know what? I should have. I knew we were going to talk about Rick and Morty, so I studied up on that. And then you throw Willi Wonka.
We did it on purpose.
Funny,
Don't
I'll-
worry.
No, good for you. Yeah, I've seen just so many people blow this up. We had this at one of my Pinball Profile World Tour events in Florida, and Derek Price, player out of San Diego, California, like a top 50, top 100 player, and he'll be part of the next IFBA championship, IFBA 17, whenever that may happen in Florida. He destroyed this game, and it seemed like there was always a multi-ball going, but I remember hacking he had several kids going at once, and just his bonus was like I couldn't even beat his bonus. This guy was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's,
What do you think? What do you think about IFB 17? Do you think it will go ahead in November, or do you think it's still 50-50?
I would strongly imagine that it will not be happening in November, which is unfortunate. I'd like to see Daniele and some of the other great European and players from around the world, but Florida right now is not in good shape. Like, I'm in Canada, and the United States right now, they're getting 70,000 cases a day.
Yeah.
That's a day. You know, in my country, we're getting we're concerned that we have 400. Now, we are only a tenth the size of the United States, but still, proportionally, you know, we've kept our borders pretty much closed. And
Yep.
I know that's what, you know, Daniele had to do in Italy as well when they were a major hot spot. But
Yeah.
look at how they've rebounded
I know.
and tightened up. So it's just, I think with the case of the United States, they unfortunately, you know, whether it's wanting to stimulate the economy like you would want to, might have just opened up a little too early with
Yep.
not enough restrictions in place.
No,
What
it's
about you? What about Germany and Switzerland and Austria and the other places in Europe?
Germany, I obviously follow very, very closely. We're at the moment down to between 200 and 400 a day cases, and Germany has a population of 82 million, so that's quite impressive.
That's great.
Number of deaths per day are down to single figures and have been for quite a long time. So
Good.
people beginning to feel a bit safer, trying to get economy going because it's had such a bad effect on business. It's untrue. America, of course, unfortunately has that economy type where if things aren't working, nobody gets anything. You know, you know, and you can understand people being really concerned about loss of income.
It's a country not much like ours. It's a very have and have not country, and the have nots certainly are having the most difficult time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that stimulating the economy, being able to pay for rent, food, and I mean having a job, unemployment has gone through the roof, as you can imagine, just with safety measures.
Yeah.
It's difficult. You add to the fact that it's a election year for the
Yeah.
president of the United States. And sadly, you know, the masks or no mask things has really become a political issue.
Yep.
It's too bad because the science is there. Wear a mask, you know, help prevent the spread of COVID. It's no big deal when you're out in public, social distance, all those kind of things.
You don't really
And,
look that stupid anymore, do you? Yeah.
My mask's worse than that. That one's fine. I have the big bulky N95. It's like a duck's beak. It's the only thing that goes over my big nose.
Dear. Anyway, back to Daniele. It seems to be doing quite well here.
Yes.
Just, you know, Dina, like, see, he's always in multi-ball. Every time I look, he's always in a multi-ball.
Yep.
And now, of course, he just trained.
Yep.
So yes, one of the major shots that has been constantly repeating in the multi-ball is exactly that top left flipper of the sort of right loop.
That one.
Like that,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Super jackpot.
You know, oh, look at that. But that score is ridiculous. I'm seeing it right at 3 million something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a million is a good
Absolutely.
score.
Yeah.
And here he is just blowing this up. One thing about learning this game, and Jersey Jack does a great job of this. If you can, and you certainly can when you're not playing the game, watch that great LCD screen. It tells you everything.
Yeah.
So just like on Wizard of Oz, just like this game, it's telling you where to go and where your points are. So, and then that little Wonka vision in the top right's also got some good intel as well.
In here, yeah. Yes, he's got some good ideas, hasn't he?
Yes, I like
I
the
think this
glitter
is
on the
great.
playfield.
I think this is a great theme, and if my trivia is correct, I believe wasn't Willy Wonka filmed in Germany?
Oh, was it?
I'm going to check that up. I've got my phone here. I'm
Yeah.
going to Google it right now.
I've never watched the film in my life.
Dina,
No.
it's like saying you haven't seen Wizard of Oz.
I haven't seen
you
Wizard
seen-
of Oz.
Really?
Have you seen Star Wars?
Never, ever, ever.
Come on, Dina.
There isn't a single movie-based pinball machine that I've seen the movie of.
You realise this will come up in your podcast.
Not Iron Man, not
Dina-
Stranger Things, not Jurassic Park, not
being-
Jurassic
Wow.
World.
Being growing up in Siberia meant there were a lot of things, including pinball machines, that she'd never seen.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to do with that. It's just my taste in films is different to the taste of Films
It
of
was
pinball players.
the movie was filmed in Munich.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, Google's normally right.
Many of the Oompa Loompas didn't speak English. I'm just reading some little facts about Willy Wonka, about the movie. I want to pretend like I know this. I don't.
Yes, and Daniele is another multi-ball again.
Of course he is. Almost 1 year ago to this date, at an event called Pintastic, just outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
This game was very prominent there. Jersey Jack himself was there, and they brought 3 of the kids there. The person who played Mike TV, the person who played Veruca Salt, and then Charlie Bucket himself.
Wow.
They were all there and signing autographs, and they all enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
It's a theme I've wanted made for such a long time, and I thought Jersey Jack, with what they did with Wizard of Oz, they were the perfect company to do something like this.
Yeah.
We got told off on the chat, Jeff, for commentators missing a wizard mode.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Oh dear. We're also actually getting quite a lot of stutter on the
Yeah.
display here. I might after this game just drop it down to 720. Just see if that improves it.
So yeah, if it's a wizard mode, so what do you do to get to it? Do you need to
I'm
play all the
pulling that up.
scenes? Is that right that there are 18 different modes or scenes?
I'm just pulling up the rule sheet right now.
Yeah. That was one of the questions on your trivia. On one of your trivias.
That was the Hobbit. we asked how many modes were in the Hobbit, the Jersey Jack. There were 31.
Oh,
So hold on a second. I got the rule sheet here. Again, one of the things I enjoy, and the guy who did the code for this, Joe Katz, Pinball Katz on Tilt Forums, he's just started streaming too. So I'm sure we'll get
Okay.
we'll get some Willy Wonka streams, I'm sure, and probably some more explanation, which I should probably watch.
Wonka's office. Okay.
Yep. So he's now gone over the 5 million point.
So collecting Wonka letters spelled 2 ways. You hit the right ramp, or you can go through the lit factory in lane and hit the factory stand-up target right side of the right ramp.
Yeah.
Spelling Wonka lights a factory mode at the TV saucer.
Okay. Which is this, yeah?
Yeah, this is it. This is it. No, it's not a TV saucer. It's a gobstopper. The
That's
TV
the gobstopper,
saucer
yeah,
is
it's the-
right on the top of the right hand side.
Top right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
5 million.
So I think we might be seeing a grand champion score here today.
Yeah.
You
this
think?
is this is the
Is that ball 3 or is that ball 2? Oh, of course, he's going to get extra balls, isn't he? He'll get 20 extra balls playing this way.
is it?
Yes, I played on this earlier and actually scored over 2 million. I thought I'd done really well there.
2 million is a great score.
And I got to put my name on it. It was the highest score of today,
Okay.
but obviously not anymore. Yeah. Are you answering chats?
So I'm just reading about the 5 golden tickets. And
golden tickets.
I can't see, how many does he have right now? He's got 4. I think,
Yeah.
Yep.
Super
So the
one.
5 golden tickets, you get 1 for 5 jackpots during Gobstopper multi-ball. I'm sure he's done that. one for completing the factory tour by starting all 12 features in the center of the playfield.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Done that.
So he's done that. Yeah. Yeah.
One you get one golden ticket during Kid Multi-Ball. The number of jackpots, you have to get the super in the Kid Multi-Ball.
Okay.
And another way is a gumball achievement.
Okay.
So we're trying to. There might be something to do with the Wonka Baiter,
Does it tell you?
which
tell
is
you
in the
about,
back left.
It tell you about super locks
That's a
there
shame.
because he's got two. Oh, I think he's trained. You got any more balls?
Look at that bonus.
6.95 million points. Right. Okay.
Ask Daniele how often he's played this game. Like, that's just ridiculous. Well done.
Daniele, just stand in front of the player camera. Okay, Daniele's English is perfectly good enough. But how many times have you played Willi Wonka?
In your life.
How many games?
My life.
Yeah.
6.
Five or six times.
You can't stop this guy.
No, absolutely awesome. That was
That's right.
brilliant. Yeah?
It was in the Pinburg on the stage in Pinburg.
Yeah,
Right, shall we move?
amazing. Okay, so we're going to move to machine number 2. Do you need a rest after that, or are you okay? Oh dear. Danielle is. Let me just bring you back to the Zoom call. So there's just me and you. Dina's in the process of moving the rig onto the.
In North America, Jim, in North America, a lot of times we talk about, the Mount Rushmore of such and such, which means the 4 greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the Mount Rushmore of pinball, I mean, Daniele, with what he has done, 4-time world champion, just look at this. A game he's played 5 or 6 times. That's the highest score I've ever seen on Willi Wonka.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. But I mean, Daniele's style is. And I've spoken to him. Daniele does struggle with English, as you know, but his English has got better and better over the years through international pinball travel. And the thing he just openly admits is he doesn't practice. Okay, it doesn't spend 3 hours a day at a machine doing post transfer, tap passes, alley passes. He just goes up to a machine and he plays it. Yeah? And it's just a phenomenally natural skill.
I'll tell you something else too. You're right about the skill. When I watch younger players, I'm fascinated by, obviously they have great reflexes and skill set. And I don't know if it's because of the home gaming systems, the video games, where they're really up on all the rules. But I find the younger players know the rules like the back of their hand.
Yep.
And I mean, everybody should. It's available to everyone. Younger people just absorb it so much more, and really, go out of their way to get all that information. And that's why we're seeing them excel. I can tell you, Daniele doesn't do that. I can tell you, like you said, he doesn't practice all the time. That is just a crazy, natural hand-eye coordination, skill,
Absolutely.
timing.
Yeah.
It's why he is one of the best you'll ever see.
Okay, so we're going to go to game 2. Game 2 is another one you will be well prepared for. This is dialed in.
Okay, I know a little bit about dialed in, thank goodness.
Okay, so we'll switch over to that now. Ready whenever you are, Daniele.
And when I was telling you that story earlier about watching Daniele pick TNA.
Yep.
In the it was a pinball tournament, so it was three holes. It was, I want to say, fishtails. He then picked TNA, and I think the final game, if I recall, was dialed in. So I know he knows this game.
Yep. And the next one after this is Total, which he obviously does know as well. Yeah. The one he's actually the most worried about is Rick and Morty. Me and Stefan have actually been giving him tutorials on how to play Rick and Morty. Okay.
I wonder how difficult the game will be if you've never seen the show.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it is an amazing layout as far as the uniqueness, the Rick and Morty game.
Yep.
It has to be dialed in a little bit, and I know when we were talking about Carl D'Angelo, he did some tweaks because there were some shots that were unfortunately rejecting.
Yep.
So I know in the newer models that are coming out, they've done some fixes to that in Spooky Pinball.
Yep.
But it's a very, very unique game. But this is a tremendous game. And again, we talked earlier about it. Modes are everything. You want to get modes and certainly complete. Get into that upper left scoop.
Right, telephone
Yep.
is ready.
Telephone ringing.
Nice transfer.
Yeah.
Yep. So Bob the Builder.
Gets his lock.
Um,
The builder. No, it's either Bob the Builder or Bob the Butcher.
Bob the Butcher. Yeah, there's a very good Bob the Butcher. That's a story for another day.
All right, here come the selfies. Make some faces, Daniele.
Yeah, he's looking very serious on there, isn't he?
This, when you're playing in League, is usually when somebody comes up behind you and makes a goofy face or
Yeah.
does something obscene, tries to get on the camera.
Daniele actually backhanded the right orbit there.
Orbit, yeah.
Did you? That
Yes,
was
He
Yeah,
did?
yeah.
The
Yeah.
right orbit.
he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he backhanded the right orbit. This machine.
Did he let it roll off the flipper? Like if you, it's a lot of times you can do that if you let it roll to the end of the flipper and backhand it.
I was just so surprised to see it. It was like
Nice.
yeah. So,
Into the phone.
It's a lovely drop catch that. Somebody has the sound on.
There's a jackpot. Oh, look at that. I mean, big bang. That is the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah. So, no, it's,
And it is such a great feeling when you cash that in or when you collect it. It is the conversely worst feeling ever when it's lit and you drain your ball and you're like, oh, all that work for nothing. Because the modes aren't easy.
Yep. And we're still freezing.
Yeah,
I don't know
frozen
why.
on the playfield
We've
now.
lost the playfield altogether.
It must be the one camera because certainly the LCD stream is not lagging a little bit. But I know Daniele's headshot cam and the playfield are lagging a little bit on my end.
Yeah, there's some.
yeah, the playfield
something
camera is
It's,
yeah.
okay,
There.
playfield.
There we go.
That should be playfield. That's what.
It's very nice.
Look at that, another big bang.
Yeah.
Got two of the letters for dialed in. Why do I have a feeling we're going to see them all?
Oh yeah. Still 1.5 balls to go.
And you know, take a look at this. When you watch a lot of multi-balls with a lot of the great players,
Yep.
how many times do you see a player cradle up? Maybe try to get 1 or 2 balls on one flipper and then just play with one flipper. Now,
Yep.
Daniele's trying to do it right here
Yep.
because is he trying to hit his big bang shot? 'Cause
Yeah.
it looks like it's, oh, he almost went in. It's hard for me to tell from the stream. Yeah, it's flashing.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
flashing, definitely flashing.
By definition.
Yeah, the A and dialed in. Yep.
Oh,
So he knows it's there. Did he get on the side shot? No.
No.
nope.
Is there a cliffy? Is there a ball protector over the scoop? Do you know on this game? A lot of collectors will put those cliffies, those metal protectors around the scoops so that they don't wear and tear.
Okay. Are there any
problem-
protectors around the scoop on dialing?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I
No,
would need
no,
to check
no,
it.
no.
Massimo's game.
The reason I ask is it's great for protecting the playfield. It makes it very difficult for getting it into the big bang shot.
Okay.
Even though it's micro thin, it's still a much more difficult shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Eruption mode now.
Yes, they are.
Shoot the theater.
Yes, there is. Yeah, yeah, they are there, Jeff. So you were correct there.
Okay. Oh no, and he had his bang lit.
Yep. And bang disappears. Yeah.
It's gone.
Yep.
But he had 2, so this should be a good bonus. Not bad. Yeah. Already 1.2 after ball 1. Or is it ball 3?
No,
It's
that
hard
was,
for me
it
to
was
tell.
ball 3. Ball 3
He's on
now.
ball 3. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Now it looks like it's still lit. That I don't know if that's a setting, but his big bang is lit. I can see
It
him
is,
trying to hit
yeah,
it with
yeah.
that upper
Yeah.
flipper. Which for me, I like that setting. It just fell in the SIM card. Nice.
Yep.
The SIM card there.
Sure, why not? That's 3.
Yes, I find the fight against the strobing shot very intense.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be
But
ca-
again, like
Very
like Willi
satisfying.
Wonka, the play field and the screen certainly tell you where to go.
Yep.
Nice super
Yeah.
jackpot there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, here he is multi-ball, and he's not cradling up. Just go, 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 go,
Just
go.
go, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one time he did cradle up was to take a shot at that big bang on the SIM card. Nice control there.
Yeah, I think we've got to remember he's actually playing a bit of exhibition pinball here as well. So if he was playing Johannes, he would probably be playing slightly differently.
Sure. So the format of the tournament, it's a card system, and your best 3 games on a card.
No, it's a card. It's your best card. So there are 3 games on each card. You can play as many cards as you like. 5 Swiss francs per card. And the top 16 people, the top 16 cards go through to the next stage.
But on the card, there's only 3 scores, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. Yeah, yep, yep. Okay, so
I wonder with the new games what people will pick. I mean, I'm guessing Daniele will definitely pick
Grand
something
champion?
like TNA. Thanks for watching here, Pinball Alps. It's a great little tournament that we've got. IFPA is not going on, but thanks to Stefan, thanks to Massimo, we've got a wonderful tournament here, and some of the best players in the world. So, they're playing for fun. There's a little bit of cash involved too, but really it's just because we love competition pinball, and JDL Pinball. The JDL Pinball is just wonderful, Jim, what you and Dina do, bringing us great competitions throughout Europe. So we appreciate that.
thank you very much, Jeff. Struggling with a few technical issues here. I'm sure a lot of this is that we just don't take the equipment out enough anymore.
Do you think the equipment forgot what to do?
Yeah.
Well, you had to fly there, didn't you?
Yeah,
How
we-
was the flight? Because I haven't been on a flight since COVID-19. How was that?
Actually, absolutely fine. We were on I'm not sure of the name of the plane, but it's 3 seats on one side and 2 on the other.
It's an Airbus A220.
A220, okay. So we booked 2 seats sitting next to each other, and obviously then your distance to the people in front and behind. Everybody on the plane wears masks, compulsory, and nobody tries to avoid that. That's just taken as a part of flying.
There is some
So
sound coming from somewhere.
I think we were pretty impressed with it altogether. So.
Game and players already.
Okay, ready when you are. Okay, so this is going to be cooperative mode with Laurent Gregory.
Laurent
Okay.
Grégoire.
Okay, from Switzerland. Against
Nice.
Daniele Acciari.
And sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. So hello to Skip Natty, hello to the Kev, and I will I'll check the chats if you have any questions. But this will be good in co-op mode. I have a feeling we're going to see. Will we see all 9 reactors? Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
I think Daniel could do it by himself.
Stealing his own reactors.
Nice into the lock there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very nicely backhandable, that lock, isn't it?
Come on. Oh no.
Oh no. So he's left one ball for Daniele. That's very kind.
Boys don't normally share balls.
Oh, this is the cooperative mode anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. Obscure, it is great to see competitive pinball. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're getting some thanks there, Jim Medina from Obscura. So, okay, the danger. There we go.
Yep.
Is that a double danger? He's letting it settle. Look, a little eye roll there from Daniele. Yeah, backhand into the lock, just like that. Lets the tilt bob settle down a little bit. Isn't this great watching the scores? You know, in the co-op mode. I think this is a new thing we're going to see in.
I think it'll
all
be,
games.
Absolutely, yeah. So it starts the multi-ball. So first
Daniele
thing.
didn't bother charging the reactor without the multi-ball.
No, you get a multi-ball and do everything. So clear the
Yeah.
pink shots. Yeah.
So on the grid, it looks like he needs the left shot there, or is start reactor lit yet? Yep, it is. Getting the scoop some way. Oh, Daniele.
Ooh.
That was a short multi-ball.
Go press start again. Well, we've got 6 balls to get there. We're still trying to get the first reactor.
Yeah. Nice look. We're getting messages saying our internet connection is unstable. So
Is it mentally unstable, you think?
it's mentally unstable. Yeah, we have mentally unstable internet.
So who else is there from Switzerland?
Michael Trepp. He'll almost certainly be in the final stages tomorrow. And obviously a lot of local players as well from Switzerland who've heard about the tournament and travelled up the mountain. So,
Or not just one mountain, depending on where in Switzerland they are from.
we're dropping a lot of frames.
Is that because we don't like frames?
We don't like frames. Yep.
Okay, Daniele. I said you could do this on your own. Oh, is it stuck up there? No. There we go.
No.
Get the locks going. There we go. Multi-ball. Get it up top. Okay, here we go. What's we at? 22, 45, 61.
Yeah. Critical.
Reactor's ready, and it's... What do you have to hit? Did he hit it already?
No, it's this shot.
Oh,
this shot here.
there it is.
Yep.
Look at that. And he's cradled up. This is such a...
That
he
sound
just missed
says
it.
that it was
Got it.
definitely hit. Yeah.
So that's
got it.
reactor 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
nearly came
okay.
back.
Back to the grid. Is he going to lock balls? Is he going to work on the grid? I think he
It's
locks
in
the ball
it,
here. That's my guess.
Remove the finger.
So let's do a pretty simple explanation of what you do here with total nuclear. Basically,
Okay.
complete this grid in order to prepare the reactor. Yeah. Then shoot into the scoop in order to start the reactor, and then shoot round the top into the reactor until the number goes down up to 100, and then it becomes critical. Yeah. And then one of these shots will light white. It could be any of these, this one. And you have to hit that shot to complete the reactor. And then you just do it again, don't you? It's really nothing
so
more
on
complicated. So
on reactor 1, you have 1 shot there to destroy the reactor.
okay.
On 2, then you have 2 shots, so it gets progressively more difficult. And of course, your first multi-ball lock, pretty easy. You know, you hit those drop targets, it's going to lock the ball for you. But this time, you have to set it up.
Yep.
And go back there a few more times.
Okay. And you just keep trying and bring a multi-ball in with everything. Whenever you get the opportunity, bring the multi-ball in and progress the game.
Yeah, I mean, the hard part in multi-ball is getting back up top to get your 100% to
Yeah.
get the reactor critical. That's the hardest part of multi-ball, but it's the quick way to complete the grid, that 9 grid, the
Right.
3x3 grid there that you pointed out.
The reactor is lit now.
So it's lit now. He's got to get back up top, which you can do on either orbit. The left orbit seems
Yep.
to be the easier
So
of the
around
two.
there or
But
around
look
here.
at all the so many balls are in the way. It's just difficult to do.
But it's got there.
There he goes. But even though he gets up there, it only gives him 32%. So,
Yep.
and it slowly counts down. You got to get back up there again.
Nice.
Okay. Left orbit. He wanted that. If you can get it here, left orbit, get up. Okay.
69.
It's only 69. See,
Yep. Up again.
this should do it
complete.
here.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's it.
Oh, he got it.
I did, yeah.
So the pop bumper he needs.
Yep, as in this shot here.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
You can tell by the sound.
Got it. Okay, now we're down. Oh, still multi-ball.
Yeah. It was
So
a
again, go for the grid. And one of the reasons too, I mean, one of the benefits scoring-wise, if you can have complete the reactor with multi-ball, you'll see the playfield multiplier. If you've got 2 balls, you've got 2x playfield,
Yep.
and so on. More balls, these tier. Trying to get back into the lock again.
Ooh, that was
And-
lovely.
that
That
was
was
great pick of
gorgeous.
that.
If extra balls are on this game, you can get an extra ball after the 3rd reactor and after the 6th reactor, so that will help as well.
That flipper skill there was tremendous from Daniele.
He's one of the best. How do you win in co-op mode? Single ball play? Really, it's just complete all 9 reactors, and if you can get this 3rd one, that's going to help because the extra ball will be lit.
Okay.
Nice tip. Remember, he's living on the edge because he's got a few dangers here.
He doesn't seem to care, does he?
No.
He just keeps
No.
playing.
You can light ball save through the in-lane out lanes, which you can alternate there. That's very, very important.
Yes, the letter spell save in the in-lane out-lane,
Right.
so that you can
Reactor
alternate.
So here we go. He needs the bottom letter on the rad left-hand side, the stand-ups, and then he needs the pop bumper, and then just left of the scoop. Those are the 3 shots he needs to complete the reactor 3.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice save. Which one will he go for?
It's going for a multi-ball.
Multiple.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not? Boy, you get multi-ball too. There's one of them. You got the pop bumper. And look,
Oh.
so he just needs left of the scoop there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So just left of the scoop. That'll be lit in co-op mode for the next player.
So this is Lauren. I called him Lauren. It's not pronunciation is not very good, but this is the guy that gave us the mobile internet for this championship. He's from Shoot Again Pinball. He
Okay.
runs the pinball club, and he brought an unlimited mobile SIM card for us to use.
And he just completed the reactor. So
Yep.
he did that, and the extra ball should be lit. And he's made good progress on the 4th reactor, too. Look at that. Just
Yep.
needs the 1 shot top left on the left-hand stand of the... Oh, I just missed it.
Nice.
Okay,
Right.
cradle up. Oh, good choice. Yeah, get the multi-ball going again. Good choices. Unfortunate. Good job. Danger.
Yeah, that's it.
Got
Grid-
the
grid
reactor. Wow.
finished.
Are extra balls on or off here? It's hard for me to tell.
I've not seen an extra ball be played today, so I'm guessing they are switched off. But
Okay.
I've-
In co-op mode. Player 1, yes, the scores are the same in co-op mode. They'll be the exact same because they're working together. So when Daniele will step up, it'll be in the same state as it was when this ball is completed.
yeah. And that's really great, isn't it, for pinball to be able to do that, because you've got 6 balls basically to get reactor 9.
Yep. And how do you start co-op mode? It's a start option with Spooky.
Yep.
It gives you the options of, you know, regular or this.
Hold down the start button.
And what's-
Probably happy.
What makes co-op mode so nice, especially in a game like this, if they were playing against each other,
Yep.
the ball stealing is just
Horrible.
is so evil. And it's the same like that in Rick and Morty. You'll see as well too when
Yeah.
you get to that.
Yeah. And if you
Easy multi-ball.
yeah, is it also if you hit the skill shot at the beginning on the top lanes that you complete a reactor, or is that only reactor one?
I don't think it's complete a reactor. I
think it's
can't
lights,
remember.
yeah.
It's not. It's such a tough plunge. It's
Yeah,
not something
yeah.
I go for usually. There's another one that they've added since. If you go all the way around, there's a. I don't even know. I compare it to like a fast cast on Fishtails.
Fishtails, okay.
There's a really quick shot too. It's again, you know, something I. This game's so fast. I don't worry about things like that. I worry about reactors and that's it.
Yep.
So he's close here. 8.
Yep.
There he goes. Reactor's
Ready.
lit. 2 shots on the rad. 1 right of the locks, and then the pop bumper. The 4 shots to complete reactor 4.
Those two, that one, and that orbit. Yep.
Oh,
He's out of the multiple.
darn it! He could have moved that over if he to maybe get the ball save. Nice save there. Now, what's he? Where's he going? Going back for lock, even though he has 4 shots to complete the reactor. And for those that, you know, if you look at the last number of each person, that shows you how many reactors each player has done. So player 1 completed 1 reactor. Daniele's completed 2.
Okay.
Most scores end in 0, but they do this on Rick and Morty as well too. They end in interesting numbers other than 0.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. Ah, no.
Yeah, it's
Oh, he's
ball
got ball
save.
save.
But don't comes back. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. They have something similar to that in Rick and Morty. It's called slam save, and it's not the same as draining out the side lanes.
Yep.
So when you spell slam save and you've got it lit, there is a pop bumper where the left bottom slings are.
Yep.
If you hit the pop bumper and it drains immediately and you've lit slam save, it will give you your ball back. That is how slam save works
Well,
in Rick and Morty.
Right,
Okay,
going
so
for another
multi-ball ready again.
Kid Crisco wants to know if you can do this on location with co-op mode. I think it's probably an operator setting, so I'm not sure. I don't own a TMA, but I'll find out.
So he's got the one on the left side. He's only got this one left, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, the reactor is relit. It's a very tough shot to make that.
Well, he's nearly hit it about 10 times, so... Yay.
So you're
Done.
two. Yeah.
And what does the reactor area give you during normal play? Is that just score or bonus multipliers, or?
I think that increases the jackpot but I'm not sure.
That was a mistake. Did you see that? That was a
Yes.
mistake by
Yeah,
Daniele.
yeah.
I'm not going to cut. I'm not going to clip that. I'm not going to show that again.
No one will believe you. They'll say it's
No,
trickery.
yeah. It was a trick of the light.
Cool. Team champion.
Okay,
So what's a
well
good
played,
score-
guys.
What's a good score on TNA?
Well done indeed.
3.4 million. That's
Is that a good
pretty
score?
pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring us back to Zoom. You will move us on to Rick and Morty. Okay.
We are getting on Rick and Morty. Great.
Yeah. So Rick and Morty could be a short-lived game. If we to say earlier on, it was the CPU was restarting, and they've done a code update and done it again, which is what's recommended on the website. So Stefan's done that.
I would have to say this is the first tournament that I know about, certainly of any kind of magnitude, certainly since COVID, that has used Rick and Morty
Yep.
in a tournament, and there are still some bugs.
Yep.
So it's I think it's okay in single ball play.
Yep.
There might be some issues
Yep.
in multiplayer game, and obviously Massimo and Stefan will be watching it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's removed.
Do you want to come in on the
come
commentator?
playoff time.
Stefan,
Stefan, yeah.
I'm gonna bring Stefan in here because Stefan obviously knows this machine probably as well as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Can you hear him?
Hi, Stefan. How are you?
I
Can you hear me?
now. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So Rick and Morty, a new game. This is a game that we probably haven't seen in competition right now. I do know in talking with people like Carl D'Angelo, there are still some bugs with the game as
That's
far
why
as
it's the wrong way
competition
around.
may be concerned. So, I wasn't sure, if these have been worked out. I know a lot of people are working with Eric Priepke, who does the coding at Spooky, and I know he's been working out some of them, but there are some bug concerns. Have you come across any of these with Spooky or with Rick and Morty?
This game had the issue, like with the code or with the last one, that it sometimes resetted. We asked them today again about what we can do, and we put the software code, the new one, again on the machine and played it, so it was working fine. It was today not 100% stable with this software code before, but then shortly before the
it's all
streaming we
better,
put it now on, and now it should hopefully work everything.
The other possibility here, Jeff, is that the machine's been in constant use for 9 hours, and
Okay.
so the other thing we suggested earlier on was switch it off, leave it off for an hour, let the coils give them a chance to cool down on things. So
Also what we did, some coils we increased the power slightly because the level of electricity voltage level seems to be a bit lower here in this building as it's normally, and so it's a bit weaker.
right, anyway, so we're going to go to the last game, which is of course Rick and Morty. This is going to be single player Daniele, and let's see how we go with this.
On this pinball machine we have now also a playfield protector already on, and fluorescent plastic protectors. So we will ship soon as well some of them to Spooky, and customers can order them then as well from Spooky directly. It's very soon.
Okay, so
It is such a unique playfield. Scott Denisi, I'm a big fan of, and Stefan, Jim, what I like about this game, just take a look at the right flipper, upper right flipper. Look at all the different number of shots you can hit with that.
That's right.
You can hit the spinner
That
in
one.
the inner loop. You can actually hit the left block,
Straight
and then
into
of course that main shot.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh,
I think maybe he's missing his risotto.
it's definitely past dinner time, isn't it?
We allowed him to eat. We actually gave him some risotto before these games just to make sure that he was well fed. So he should be shooting for the inner orbit first, or the ramps. Do you want to start a mode, or?
Right now I would shoot on the right orbit.
Oops.
And then go for a mode.
This is now ball 3.
Yes, so maybe we do a second game here.
Maybe.
Yes. Second game, Stefan. Yes, for sure.
Okay, so
What is here very cool on this game with the anti-gravity device on the right hand side between the inner loops, you have the opportunity to light the locks and to upload the battery, which you see above the right slingshot. So with this anti-gravity device with a second flipper button on the right hand side, you can get in the ball again. So magnetic ball save.
Yeah, the anti-gravity, if you're familiar with a game like Grand Lizard, you know the magnets on Grand Lizard doesn't actually capture the ball. It kind of like it's almost like a swinging pendulum, and you can throw the ball anyway. It is amazing, and you can see the little. There's almost like a little battery to tell you when that's full
Okay,
for the
so
anti-gravity.
Daniele,
one more game.
I think we're going to do one more game.
One more game. Yeah.
Okay, and then you're out. Okay.
And the special here on this.
So the mega
anti-gravity-
seeds. Go ahead,
The
Stefan.
speciality on this anti-gravity is that you don't press it and it goes the full anti-gravity power.
So you use
as long
a
as
small
you
amount of it.
as long as you press it, as long the magnet is on. So you choose how often or how strong you want to use the magnets.
Great feature. Great feature. Yeah.
It's fun. It's a nice throwback.
So
the mega seed,
yeah. Carl
the mega
Landro's
seed. Yeah, well, he got 43, I think, in the one stream I watched. But the mega seeds are really your bonus. And so Daniele's on ball 1 right now. Let's say he had 1 mega seed. That would add 5% of whatever he gets on this ball at the end of his bonus. Now, if you have 2 mega seeds, it multiplies by 5% every time. So imagine if you get 20 mega seeds, whatever you get in ball 1, that's your bonus. You're going to get it again because that'll give you 100%.
Yep.
And those carry over. So the mega seeds are very important. Stefan, explain that. There's like a just to the right of the right lock, upper lock. Yes. There's a little bar that you need to hit. That's exactly it. Explain that, Stefan.
This is a very special capture ball, so to say, because you shoot the wire. The wire goes far to the rear, and there is the ball, the capture ball, and it moves up. You have a switch. It moves away from the switch and contact it again, and so you light here the lock and put the anti-gravity device on power.
And that's also your add a ball too in multi-ball, isn't it?
Yep.
So locking the balls, I think I can see he's got one on the right-hand side, and there's the left-hand side.
Yep.
Okay.
So a center now to start the multi-ball, yeah?
That's it. Now, if you have a ball locked on one side and you shoot the ball around the other side, that will increase your jackpot.
Ah, yes. So I saw Carl doing that the other day as well. So you can keep doing it left, right.
Yes,
to
that will
increase your jackpot shots. Yeah.
What a great light show.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I think the internet's struggling a bit. I think we're dropping frames. So when I upload this to YouTube, I hope we get better demonstration of this machine.
All the small details what are in the game are really great. When you have a look on the UFO, in the UFO you have a light and you see Rick and Morty in the UFO.
Yeah.
And the UFO can shake, and so really a very nice detail.
The light show, the sound, the call-outs, the custom call-outs by the actual actor of Rick and Morty. This is a really well-done game. You know, the concern some people have is the geometry, but I know they're tweaking it at Spooky, and Carl has made some adjustments. The game looks great because of it. There's a tight shot. Now, that was the right orbit shot. Just to the left of the right orbit shot, there's kind of a wraparound shot. That's the one that it kind of rattles around a little bit. But you can see a mega seed is lit right now. There they are. There's 3 that are lit.
And the mega seeds are the orange flashing targets. Yep. And,
so I mean, that's if you're opening a good ball, those mega seeds are worth a lot. And again, carrying over.
What is over?
And I think there are only 5 mega seeds that can be lit, but when you go into certain modes, a 6th one comes up. If I remember Carl saying that.
What is another speciality on this game? You have 2 troughs. So you have some balls in the trough and the bottom. And on the left-hand side, above the pop bumper, you have another trough. So when you shoot the ball in the garage, immediately on the bottom trough, the balls comes out. So you need to take really care about, because otherwise you shoot on top and the ball is already drained if you're too slow.
A little subway almost. Yeah, it's very nice. So, you know, if you want to be a good player on this game, on that upper right flipper, you need to make that hard left orbit shot, which you can only make on the upper right flipper. Okay. That's the shot I was talking about, the inside one there. Nice drop catch there.
And you can do such a good, nice combination with the upper right flipper. You go in the inner loop, or when you go on the left ramp, you go on the inner loop, and then maybe you go in the garage. If you have a very good flow, it's really bam, bam, bam.
Ah.
This is one game you do not want to tilt. It's so bonus heavy.
You said that at the beginning. Do not tilt, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Daniele's getting hungry. Somebody throw him some penne.
So as well, on this game he only did some play still now, because we met, it was around 4 weeks ago, when we also created the idea of Pinball Alps, and this was the time point when I was bringing Rick and Morty here and when we did the first game. Yep. Also for me, I did then my third or fourth game at this time.
So Daniele has not seen this game before today.
Don't tilt, Daniele. Double danger. Oh, it was going.
It was gone.
That's the tournament.
So, but now that Daniele's doing this for an exhibition, I don't think you'll see Daniele pick this, come playoff time.
You never know.
But it is a fun game. I mean, with COVID-19, unfortunately, Jim and Stefan, there are so many games I just haven't been able to get my hands on. This is one of them.
Yep.
Hot Wheels by American Pinball looks spectacular.
Looks good, yeah.
Haven't had a chance to see that. And even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a game that I haven't been able to get my hands on. But safety first, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so that's the end of exhibition play. Thanks very much, Daniele. Absolutely awesome. Well played. And thanks to Lauren as well. Okay. And a great thanks to you, Jeff. What do you think? Do you think we could adopt you as a pinball tournament commentator from now on?
Let me see. Let me check my calendar. Where do I have to be? Whenever you want, Jim. And Stefan, pleasure to be talking to you too. And Jim and Dina, by the way, are coming on Pinball Profile in mid-August. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, us too.
Certainly everybody in Europe knows you, but believe it or not, everyone here in North America knows you too when it comes to competition pinball. What you do and the dedication you and Dina have, it means a lot to us, especially, it did before, but especially now in COVID-19. I mean, I'm watching people talk in the chat and saying, thank you for giving us competition pinball. It's been months and months.
Absolutely.
And,
yeah.
you do it with such great ease.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
What we'll do, we're streaming from 12 o'clock tomorrow, which will be the final stages of the tournament. I will do some work in the morning to try and get the internet more stable, even if I have to drop the transmission rate right down just to keep the stability there. But we will obviously be uploading this to YouTube. So I know a lot of people, when they get stuttering screens and things, it's very off-putting. So please bear with us. We are 2,000 meters up in the Alps, so getting internet here was not the easiest thing in the world.
So here a big thanks to Laurent that he put his mobile Wi-Fi router with him.
We've already done that, yeah.
And also a very big thanks to you, Jeff, and Jim and Dina, that you do such a great job with the podcast and with the streaming. All of us pinball guys, we really love it and we listen and have a look on it very often.
Absolutely.
It's great fun.
Okay, so.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks to you, Jeff. Thanks to all the guys for tuning in tonight. We'll see you
anytime. I'll be watching.
Okay.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Maybe you shortly. Hello, now we are starting to going up on the 2,000 meters of altitude. This is a movie on the road, how we are going now, leaving here in Kari at 1,600 meters and going up top of the mountain. See you on Saturday and Sunday. Let's have a look.
Let's go.
I know the roads are not so good. Yesterday when I came up here, they have been already not good. And Massimo gave me the feedback. Now they will get terrible.
Like Bentley over there.
So Massimo starting, and we pass.
Good street.
Perfect street. Good.